Well, hello YouTubers, this is Bob Hickman. It is so good to be back with all of you. Well guys, the letters have been coming in like crazy. I've been getting letters from Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and LinkedIn. You guys have been wonderful. And if you haven't joined my other sites, go below. I've got links to all of those. I'd love for you guys to be part of my network. We're going to be having a lot of really cool stuff coming in the coming months, and I hope you keep it here. Anyways, before we get into the letters today, give me just a moment and let me attune to the spirit world. Okay? My spirit guide Fletcher's back here. He says hi to all of you. All right, my first letter tonight goes out to Morris Nielsen. Morris writes about his career path. Yes. Yeah, actually, Morris, I got to tell you, I do feel that you made the right career choice here. And I see this job going very well for you. 2012 for you is actually a year of stability and calm. Now, I do feel that this new job will have challenges, but I'm not getting anything that you can't handle, and I feel like you'll learn a lot here. And I see you being there at least for the next 5 years, so it's definitely going to be a longer-term position for you. All right? Keep going. You're doing fine. Thanks for writing. All right, our next letter is Justin Thomas. Hi, Justin. Yeah, in terms of your radio work, I tell you, I got to be honest, I'm getting around 6 years here until you really get to where you want. Now, don't let that put you off, because I do feel like in the next, 4 to 5 years, you're going to start being more visible in that industry. And I do feel you'll get a name for yourself. And in about 6 years is where I'm getting the big step that you're looking for. I'd like to encourage you also to do some internet radio right now, because I feel like energetically that just puts out to the universe that you're serious about this, and you'll start to get some practice and you'll be able to develop a following, and that's going to serve you. So, make yourself, audible, I guess I should say, visible, audible. But you're definitely on the right path because you have a communicator too, okay? But it's about 6 years, and I do feel that you're going to have to move. I keep getting a New York connection around this, and I do feel like over the next few years you'll be moving more towards the New York area, and I see you working out of New York. All right, thanks for writing. All right, our next letter is Corey and Jamie Gonzalez. Wants to know about a child here. Well, I do pick up around you in spirit a girl who wants to be born. Now, what's interesting is she has a little brother also that wants to come over. So, I don't know that you're going to have twins right now, but I see a girl coming and then shortly a boy comes. So it may be about another, these may be spaced back to back because I'm getting a second child coming also. So it'll be a girl now and then a boy. Okay, thanks for writing. All right, Jake Stewart. Yeah, wants to know about his soul. Yeah, you are. Yes, you are. You do have a long soul journey. You're what we call an old soul. You've had a lot of previous lives. I get 60 lives around you. And what's interesting, Jake, is that I also get around you that you've done a lot of lifetimes as a seer. You have a very strong mystical quality that seems to follow you lifetime after lifetime. And I feel like some of that seer energy is around you in this lifetime. So you may be drawn to the occult and mystical things here. One of the things that Fletcher keeps telling me, he said you've been a gypsy. And I think that in your last life, it was in the late 1800s, you were somehow a gypsy. You were a male and you used to travel, the old gypsy wagons. Well, that's what you used to do. And you were a seer. So you have seer energy, you're an old soul. And it's interesting. I feel in this lifetime you will also do some sort of counseling work down the road. So you may find yourself to, maybe not necessarily being a psychic per se, but you definitely will use your gifts of insight to help bring blessing and healing to people. Okay, thanks so much. All right, our next letter is from Jerry Maketianan. Excuse me if I didn't pronounce that correctly. Maketianan. I hope I said that right. Jerry. Yeah, you had a good question, Jerry. You were asking about, how does the soul know what its lessons are on the earth, and do we come to earth to learn lessons, and how do we, work through that? Well, one of the things that's helpful is to understand that, yes, I do believe that souls, everybody watching this video, you're here for a purpose. It's not just coincidence that you're here. You are here with a journey and a purpose, and you are here to learn lessons. You know, we could think of Earth as a big schoolhouse where everybody's taking on classes. And one of the ways to accelerate your soul journey is really to do, to know your theme. It's kind of like your major. And Jerry, your theme actually on your spirit chart is an empathic theme. Now, you also mentioned here in your letter some struggle in the relationship area. Now, one of the things is, first I tell you, you are not meant to be alone. That's not on your chart. But you have an empathic theme, and you've carried that theme through a lot of lifetimes. And one of the soul challenges that you're working on is to understand how to let people into your life. Because, see, what happens is when you're an empathic person, it's like, people are in your life, so you kind of shy away because it's hard for an empath to take on a lot of energy. But I don't see you, being alone the rest of your life. In fact, I feel 2013, it'll be around January or February. It looks like we're on the end of January. And I see you making a connection here in a relationship. And so I would like you to really think about how you're balancing your energy, and that you can meditate. I'd like you to work with the stones hematite. That's a very grounding stone. And I want you to work on meditating, shielding yourself with light so you're not taking on so much. And I want you to do some studies on the stomach chakra, because you have it's in this area. You have energy that goes out, and a lot of people are taking that. So you've got to work on shielding that energy and just not being afraid, okay? I do see romance for you. In fact, that's one of your lessons, because they show me in your former lives you didn't let a lot of people in. So this is a challenge, but I see you doing it. Let me know how it goes. Thanks so much. Okay, our next letter is from Hella Nikes with Gucci. I like that. That's a great name. I got to tell you, all around you, I pick up a lot of soft blue light. This is what we call the healing light. You've got healing energy around you. And I feel like you've crossed through a rough time over the last, 3 to 4 years. And there's a lot of emotional healing that you're working on. And one of the things that you have as a psychic gift is you're very much a channel for receiving infused knowledge. And I see you using that gift down the road here in writing, and I get publishing around you. And I think you're really good at communicating. You have a very strong communicator theme. So I'd like you to be open to that. You're getting stronger. Let the fear go. You're blessed and protected. Write. Ask the universe to give you wisdom, and it'll come to you. Thanks so much for writing. All right, Dan and Joey O. You guys have really good letter. You want to know about your soul name. Both of you said that you've heard that people have soul names on the other side. And, actually that is true. In the spirit world, sometimes when we go over there, and the fact is we all go to the spirit world all the time. A lot of times at night we're sleeping, we go visit our friends there. Some of us do have names we like to use when we're out of our current body. And Dan, your name on the other side is Lawrence. And, you were named Lawrence, and you were connected to the 1920s in your former life, okay? And so, anyways, you had an incarnation. Your name was Lawrence or Larry, but you liked the name Lawrence. And you were around then. So when you go to the other side, you're known more as Lawrence. So that's your soul name. And Joey, your name actually, it's interesting you have the name Joey in this one, because your soul name on the other side is you actually go by Joseph. And it's interesting, in your former life, it was in the early 1900s, you lived in Canada, and you were a Catholic priest, and you were connected to the shrine of St. Joseph's up there, St. Joseph's Orchard. So you have a connection on a soul level to St. Joseph, and you use the name Joseph on the other side. Okay, thank you for writing. All right, our next letter is Yu-Gi-Oh-Te. Wants to know about her spirit guides. Hi, Yu-Gi-Oh-Te. Yes, you've got a lot of guides working, but I'm getting two that are particularly working with you right now here. One is St. Francis of Assisi. He's been around you since you were a child. You have a natural connection with the animal kingdom. And I feel like down the road you'll be doing some work, interestingly, with animals. I don't know if it's volunteer. I don't necessarily full-time work could be veterinarian, but I get this more in a sense of volunteer rescue work. St. Francis is around you. You also have around you another spirit guide named Master Liu, Liu. He's from China. He was a Zen master, and he's around you. And so you have a past life connection to Master Liu also in China, early 1900s. Okay, so those are around you, St. Francis and Master Liu. Okay, thank you. All right, let's see. Our next letter is from Dazzla04. Hi. You know, Dazzla, you wrote a wonderful letter. You said, Bob, you don't talk about possession in your books. Is there such a thing? And am I in danger from that? And what about using the Ouija board? Can one get possessed? Well, to sum up your questions, the answer is yes, I do believe in possession. I don't generally talk about it because I don't think it's as common as a lot of fundamentalist people would like you to believe. I think to be possessed, you have to kind of actively participate in that to allow it to occur. And when you do the Ouija board, yes, you are. I mean, technically, yes, anybody is in danger. And that's why in my books I encourage people. And if you want to learn the Ouija board, anybody watching who hasn't read this, Dazzla04 has read Ouija Mysteries, and he can tell you about it. But in that book, I do talk about safeguards. One of the things you want to do at the Ouija board is literally use it reverently. It's a tool like a telephone, or an I am instant messenger to the spirit world. So you want to, know that who you're talking to. Try to be focused in your conversations. You want to raise the vibration. So you want to burn white candles. You might want to burn incense. You want to pray before you even start. Set the mood and the vibration in a place of reverence, and you shouldn't have a problem. Remember, high spirits will be drawn to you if you set a high vibration, because in spiritualist movement we say like attracts like. So if you're trying to goof off and be negative and draw in, some serial killer, well, guess what? You just might do it. Then you could have problems, because in the spirit world there are evil people. I know some spiritualists say it's all love and light. Well, not really. There is a mixture. As above, so below. As below, so above. So in the spirit world, we have the spectrum of good and bad. And yes, one can be possessed, but generally it's not so common. And I think you would do better to put your energy, or anybody who does this, to put their energy into raising the vibration, focusing on the light, and really bringing the best to your sessions. That's where you'll have success. Okay? Anyways, thank you for writing. And for those of you who haven't, you might want to check out my book, Ouija Mysteries. You can get it at my website, linked below, or at Amazon.com. Thanks for writing. Well, guys, that's all I'm going to get to you today, but I'm so glad you're here. Listen, keep it here at Spirit Channel. We've got an awesome, and I do mean awesome, weekend dance video coming, and Brianne is going to be back in it. I've been getting letters. Everybody said, Bob, we want Brianne. Okay, you'll get Brianne. So you'll see her soon. So tune in here on Friday night, and we'll have a weekend dance video, and I'm looking forward to seeing you. And, of course, that next week we'll have another Messages from the Spirit World.